Welcome back to the sanctuary of deep analysis, whatever you need, the only place in the digital landscape where we treat celebrity news not as fleeting gossip, but as a complex narrative worthy of serious study. Today we are documenting a seismic event in the world of Turkish entertainment, a story that proves some flames never truly extinguish, they merely wait for the right wind to roar back to life. We are talking about the resurrection of a legend. We are talking about Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç. What started with a pixelated red heart has evolved into a masterclass on how to navigate a public reunion with dignity, mystery, and profound emotional intelligence. Before we dissect every frame of this unfolding drama, I need to ask you a favor: make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are building a community that values depth over clickbait. If you appreciate the effort we put into these scripts, please hit the like button to help us beat the algorithm. And for those of you who want to be part of our inner circle, the executive producers of this channel, effectively, I strongly encourage you to click the join button below. Your membership allows us to keep the lights on and the quality high, and it gives you a direct line to us. Now, let us travel back to a seemingly ordinary Thursday evening that changed everything. The digital age has taught us that sometimes, the loudest messages are sent without a single word being spoken. It was a Thursday, a day usually reserved for throwbacks or mundane updates, when Elçin Sangu posted an image that was deceptive in its simplicity. The photograph captured her in an autumnal garden, surrounded by the russet and gold hues of falling leaves, her gaze fixed on a distant point beyond the frame. It was elegant, melancholic, and undeniably beautiful. To the casual observer, it was just another aesthetic update from a star known for her visual grace. But the internet is not inhabited by casual observers, it is inhabited by detectives. Among the hundreds of thousands of likes and the deluge of generic comments, one specific notification pierced through the noise like a flare in the night sky. It was a single, solitary red heart. The sender. The verified, official account of Barış Arduç. To understand the magnitude of this emoji, one must understand the history it carries. This was not a casual like from a colleague. This was a symbol loaded with years of on-screen chemistry, off-screen speculation, and a silence that fans had interpreted as a definitive end. That red heart detonated in the fan community with the force of a revelation. The comments section transformed instantly from a place of admiration to a war room of theories. "They are back together," one user declared, capturing the collective hope of millions. "True love always circles back to its origin," wrote another. What was initially interpreted by skeptics as a friendly gesture quickly began to take on a dimensional weight that no one could ignore. If the red heart was the opening shot, what followed was a carefully orchestrated symphony of clues. Only 2 days after the digital chaos ensued, Elçin Sangu escalated the narrative. She posted an Instagram story that was clearly designed to be dissected. The composition was intimate, a steaming cup of coffee, the steam rising in lazy spirals, and, crucially, a man's hand holding it. The hand was not just a prop, it was a signature. Social media forensics teams immediately went to work, comparing the structure of the fingers, the veins, the skin tone to archival footage of Barış Arduç. The consensus was nearly unanimous. But the visual was only half the message. The audio playing in the background was the true manifesto. The song choice. Those little things that start again. This was not a random playlist shuffle. This was a deliberate lyrical choice intended to frame the narrative. By choosing a song about new beginnings, about the resurrection of small, intimate moments, Elçin was telling her audience that this wasn't just a meeting, it was a restart. Theories exploded. Was the coffee shared in a private home? Was it a morning ritual? The ambiguity was the point. It forced the audience to fill in the blanks with their own memories of the couple's past. The press, smelling blood in the water, immediately mobilized. Agents were contacted, representatives were harassed, but the standard denials never came. Usually in situations like this, a PR team rushes to issue a statement clarifying that they remain good friends. That statement never arrived. Instead, Elçin Sangu stepped into the light. In a brief, impromptu interview with a digital channel, she offered a quote that will likely be printed on t-shirts by next week. With a knowing smile, a smile that held secrets, she said, "Second chances do exist. Sometimes, it is a matter of time and silence." This was confirmation by way of philosophy. She didn't offer dates or labels, but she validated the core premise: they were trying again. Barış, true to his more stoic and enigmatic public persona, responded in his own language. The language of imagery. The following day, he posted a black and white photograph. The setting was a wooden bench facing the Bosphorus, the waters choppy and gray, the mood contemplative. His caption was a masterpiece of brevity: "Some comebacks don't need explanation." The symbolism here is striking. The Bosphorus is a place of transit, a bridge between continents, a witness to history. By placing himself there in monochrome, he was suggesting a timelessness to their bond. He was telling the world that their connection exists, beyond the need for press releases or justifications. I want to pause here and ask you, the Whatever You Need community, a question about modern romance. Which approach resonates more with you? Elçin's direct, lyrical admission that second chances exist, or Barış's silent, stoic, no explanation needed approach? Do you prefer the verbal confirmation or the visual poetry? Let me know in the comments below. And while you are typing, remember that our Join members get a special badge next to their names, making it much easier for me to see and reply to your insights. If you haven't joined yet, check out the perks button. What followed was a move so coordinated it could only be described as a joint statement. In an era where couples announce relationships via magazine covers, Elçin and Barış chose the bio section of their social media profiles. Simultaneously, they updated their descriptions to read, "One more day, a new story." This synchronization was powerful. It signaled unity. It signaled that they were on the same page, literally and metaphorically. It was a declaration of a shared future. But the true climax, the moment that broke the internet, happened in a small, nondescript cafe in Kadıköy. Without warning, without a countdown, they went live. The camera frame was tight, intimate. They were sitting facing each other, the ambient noise of the cafe humming in the background. They didn't perform. They didn't act. They simply looked at the lens and said, "Thank you for waiting for us." Sometimes you have to get lost to find yourself again. Analyze that sentence. Get lost to find yourself again. It acknowledges the time apart. It validates the separation as a necessary step in their evolution. It suggests that they needed to grow individually to be able to fit together again. Then they toasted with their coffee cups, laughed a genuine, unscripted laugh and cut the feed. It was short. It was emotional. It was undeniably real. The aftermath of this live stream has been nothing short of a media frenzy. The numbers are staggering, millions of views, trending hashtags globally, and the reactivation of fan pages that had been dormant for years. But the industry reaction is where things get truly interesting. Brands, always eager to capitalize on genuine emotion, have swooped in. There are substantial reports of a joint campaign for a renowned perfume brand. The concept: second chances. It is a brilliant marketing pivot. They are not just selling a scent, they are selling a narrative of redemption and enduring love. A source from the creative team leaked a quote that sums up the strategy. "We want to capture the essence of what they represent: intensity, nostalgia, and hope. It is not just a perfume, it is a story in a bottle." Furthermore, the digital platform Star TV is reportedly in deep talks with the couple. The project is rumored to be a miniseries loosely inspired by the real-life concept of reunions, people separated by past decisions finding their way back. This meta-narrative, blurring the lines between their reality and their fiction, is a dangerous but potentially incredibly lucrative game. Fans have already dubbed this hypothetical project Elçin and Barış, the second season of Heart. To understand why this reunion is generating such hysteria, we have to look beyond the surface. In a rare, in-depth interview with a cultural radio station, Elçin offered a window into the soul of this relationship. She said, "Barış and I share many things. Beyond what you saw on screen, there was a deep, silent, yet ever-present connection. And over time, that connection matured. Today we can sit, look at each other, and know that we are in a different place. More real, more conscious. More real. More conscious." These words imply that their previous iteration, perhaps, was swept up in the chaos of fame and youth. This version, she suggests, is grounded in adult understanding. It is a connection that has survived the silence. This interview brought many fans to tears because it validated their long-held belief that the chemistry they saw on screen was rooted in a profound reality. The cultural impact has been immediate. Memes, video edits, and compilations have resurfaced. One specific line from their shared acting past has gone viral again, shared over 500,000 times. "If we ever meet again, let it be with everything we didn't say before." That line, once a piece of fiction, has now become the tagline of their reality. Finally, we must touch upon the unseen moments that ground this story in reality. This isn't just about Instagram posts. Leaked images, paparazzi shots that feel surprisingly voyeuristic yet tender, show the couple leaving an antique bookstore in Galata. Picture the scene, the historic Galata Tower looming above, the cobblestone streets, the smell of old paper and history. They were seen laughing, exchanging books, their body language relaxed and synchronized. One fan on X, formerly Twitter, captured the sentiment perfectly. "It is not just that they are back together. It is how they are back together. Without fanfare, without drama, just with love." This was echoed during a charity event they both attended. They didn't arrive together, maintaining that professional boundary, but when they met on stage, the mask slipped. Barış extended his hand. Elçin took it without a microsecond of hesitation. The silence between them in that moment spoke volumes. One of the event hosts later remarked, "It was like watching a movie, but this time it was real. Nobody expected it. It was pure, sincere. We are witnessing a rare phenomenon, a celebrity couple controlling their own narrative, refusing to sell the drama, and instead offering the audience a glimpse of genuine, matured affection." It is a story that has transformed from a nostalgic, what if into a tangible, unstoppable force. As we watch this second season of Heart unfold, we are reminded that in an industry built on smoke and mirrors, authenticity is the most valuable currency of all. Elçin and Barış have managed to turn a simple reunion into a cultural moment, not by shouting, but by whispering the truth. The question now is, can they maintain this beautiful place amidst the pressure of a new series and a perfume campaign? Can a relationship that thrives in the quiet of a Galata bookstore survive the noise of a Star TV production set? I want to hear your predictions. Do you think mixing their real-life romance with a new TV project is a good idea, or should they keep their professional lives separate this time? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If you enjoyed this comprehensive breakdown, please like the video and subscribe to whatever you need. And again, for those who want to support independent, high-quality storytelling, click that join button. Your support makes this channel possible. Until next time, keep believing in second chances.